Hey everyone. Okay, so coming at you again with another one of these screencasts. This is the same outfit you probably noticed that I was wearing on Thursday. I'm recording this late Thursday night. Change of plans. So I was talking to Mrs. Bedone and some of the other teachers on Thursday night, last night, and they mentioned that for the 7th grade field trip today to the state capitol, that they needed some more chaperones. And so I decided to volunteer for that because I figured you guys are going to be working on your newscast today. You didn't really need a lot of help with that. And that was how you guys were going to spend your day. I wasn't going to play a big part of the lecture today. So I decided to get a guest teacher and to help them out with that field trip. I love going up to Salt Lake and to the Capitol, and so I was looking forward to that and helping the other teachers and the 7th graders with that. So I decided today to get a guest teacher and to do a little recording to kind of fill you guys in on what I was going to be doing and what I expect from you today, and to once again go over the assignment that we're going to do next week, your little newscast presentation. So I'm sorry if you were looking forward to doing those today. I think we'll wait until Monday. We can get those squared away and you guys can take care of those at that time. So, good. I will go ahead and open my notes and presentation and we can go over that together in just a second. Okay, perfect. So today what I would like you guys to do is I am going to leave you guys plenty of time to work on those assignments we assigned yesterday, to get you in your groups, to work on your newscasts. I will expect you guys to have had a lot of work done on those by the time we come back on Monday. Okay, I know it'll be a long weekend, but we're going to give you plenty of time to get that squared away and get that taken care of. So, sorry again that I couldn't be with you today. There was a last minute change of plans. I decided to help the 7th graders chaperone their field trip up to the Capitol, and so that's why you guys have a guest teacher today. I've left her a note. She knows what's going on. She knows what I expect of you. She knows that I am going to expect her to take down names for those who aren't participating, or who aren't working, or who are being disruptive in their groups, those who are unable to concentrate and focus on that assignment that I want you guys to work on. So I know for most of you that that's not a huge problem, but for some of you, I know that's kind of a struggle. So make sure you guys are taken care of with that. I decided that since I was going to be gone today, I had written a quiz and I was planning on giving it to you guys on Monday like we did this past Monday. But since I'm going to be gone today, I don't want to just drop a quiz on you guys out of thin air. So I decided that I'm going to cancel that quiz, at least on Monday. Maybe I'll give it to you later in the week. But don't worry about being prepared for that on Monday. I want you guys to work on these newscast demonstrations. Okay, come up with something fun. Come up with a good presentation for you guys to share with the rest of the class. So today in class, what we're going to do is the first few minutes after watching this little video, I have prepared a video that Mr. Loretson shared with me that kind of goes into ecology and ecosystems. Some good information for you guys to have down as well, and how to preserve those ecosystems. So there's going to be a worksheet I'm going to give you, or the sub's going to give you after the video, that will help you retain what you learned and test you on that. So make sure you're paying attention during the video, and you can work on that worksheet. After that, I'm going to give you guys time to get in your groups, and I'll go over your groups one more time and go over the rubric and the assignment for the newscast presentation to give you guys time to work on your scripts. Okay? I would like to look at your scripts before you guys plan on doing your presentations, just to make sure you guys are on the right path and it's something that will be beneficial to our class. So don't hesitate at all to email me your scripts for approval at any point today. I'm going to have my phone with me, and I get emails on my phone. So as your groups are working on your scripts today, share them with me. If you have a Google Doc, just share them with me on Google Docs, and I'll look over it and I will send you a quick email back saying, yes, go for it, that looks good, or nay, think about this, or go back to the drawing board on that, so that we can have the best presentations and you guys can get the best scores for this assignment when we come back on Monday. So I will be available for email all day today. Please don't hesitate to send me an email if you need me to. Okay, what else? All right. Okay, so I've left a note with the sub. If any of you misbehave, I will be very upset, just like last time. These subs are fantastic. She's filling in for me. He or she is filling in for me at the last minute, and so I really want you guys to be good for him, to give him a good experience. Ms. Lindsay, I don't know if she's the guest teacher we have today or not. She loves coming in and subbing for me, and that's because you guys are such a good group of kids, and you make that part of my job really easy. So please, I encourage you to keep that up. I'm going to ask her to take notes of anyone who was a little disruptive, and to take notes of students who were helpful, who were trying to keep the class on task and who stayed on task. And we'd love to reward those students with all sorts of things: citizenship points, private pride cards, and all those things. So stay on task with your groups. Any questions you have, just email me, and I will be happy to address those. So have a good weekend. Give me just a minute. I am going to go back to the assignment and just discuss it with you guys one more time. Okay, so what we're talking about with this assignment is we're talking about the human impact on food webs. And YouTube and any newspaper is going to be filled with all sorts of newscasts of communities that are struggling with the human impact of food webs. Maybe a bunch of animals are dying as a result of human activity, or maybe just due to slash and burn agriculture, owls are losing their homes and it's causing a big ripple effect on the rest of the food web. So the purpose of this assignment is to get you guys to think about some of these impacts and how they can be impacted, and to kind of have some fun with it and try and emulate and mimic one of these newscasts. So just to reiterate with you, because I know that it was kind of hectic yesterday with some of my classes, I didn't have a lot of time to discuss this. Your job is to create a television news broadcast about how humans have affected a local food web. So what you're going to make is you're going to make a title card. Kind of like when you see newscasts, they have that little title card off to the side that kind of describes what the news story is going to be about. I want you to make one of those with the problem that you come up with a bunch of art supplies. You're welcome to start drawing those now. The posters I will leave in my back office and give instructions for the sub if you guys want to start drawing those. I don't have a lot of art materials, crayons and markers. I don't feel comfortable borrowing some of those when I'm not here, but I will have time for you guys on Monday to color those and make them look good. Make sure your names are on it with a brief description of the problem. And then I want you guys, with each of your, each of your scenarios, be creative, but have it be applicable to a food web. So the example, like I shared yesterday, is the new style at local schools is frog leg necklaces. That's a little silly and it's a little goofy, but it works. So you guys can be the same way. You can make sure it works, but you can also have some fun and be goofy with it. Some of the examples I heard just talking to you guys yesterday are pretty funny, involving gnomes or demons and those kind of things. As long as you can tie it into a food web and show how humans have affected that food web and have repercussions. I don't care if you use dragons or unicorns or demons or anything like that. That'll be fun. So, as part of your newscast, you're going to talk about how 3 different other organisms are being affected. So in the case of the frog leg necklaces, maybe you can talk about how their predators are running out of food, how their prey are exploding because they don't have those natural predators. Think about the producers in that environment. Maybe there's something going on with them as well. And come up with 3 things and add that into your script for the newscast. And then at the very end, it's useless talking about these problems if we don't talk about solutions for them. So come up with a solution that might solve your problem with this ecosystem. Some of you mentioned dolphins being hunted in Japan. So maybe your solution is legislation or laws to ban or prohibit dolphins being fished and hunted. And I think that's fantastic. So make sure you throw that in there as well. Okay, this is important. I don't think I touched on this a lot with you guys yesterday, but you need to write your script first. I want a script written of what you're going to say in your newscast. Don't think that newscasters aren't reading a script when they do those news broadcasts, so I want you guys to be the same way. When we act these out or when we show these on Monday or Tuesday, then I want you guys to be thinking, I want you guys to be prepared and to have a script written so you're not just goofing off and flying off the cuff. So you need to have your script written, and I would like to look over it and approve it before you guys do your presentations on Monday. So as you work today, get your script written with your team and then email it to me. I will, of course, give you a yes or a no if I think it looks good, and that will be that. And here's what I'm looking for. This is on Classroom, this grading rubric right here. So I want to make sure it's clearly stated, it's relevant to the food web. I want to know all possible impacts on at least 3 different organisms, like I said. I want the solution to be well explained in your newscast and realistic, and I want it to be spoken loud and clear. I want your title card, your poster to look cool and professional, not that you just wrote it out in 20 seconds, and that best demonstrates the newscast that you're going for. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to grade it off of this when I come back next week. As you can see, this is out of 29 points. Okay, so with that, is that 29? Okay, it'll be out of 29 points. I'll find a way to make that add up, and then I'll just divide by 3, and that will be your overall score. So it'll be out of 10. So make sure you guys are looking at this, referring to this as you're coming up with your scripts and your newscasts. So last thing I want to show you guys before I sign off is just I want to show you guys one more time the teams you came up with. Now, 4th period, I'm sorry I didn't get yours written down. I trust you guys to get back in the teams I assigned you in yesterday, and for you guys to work together in those teams to get this taken care of. For my 6th period, here are the teams that I have right here. So I'll put this on Classroom so you guys aren't too confused on it. These are the teams I put you in. And so make sure you're working in these teams. I took a lot of requests, and so hopefully you guys are happy with these teams. I think this will work out pretty well. So that's my 6th period. 8th period, here you are across this way. These two, these two, these two, these three, these three, and these two. And then my 10th period, did I get yours down? No, I didn't. Okay. But again, you guys know who you are. You guys know who your partners are. Those who were not here on Thursday, make sure those who were here, you guys are helping them out and getting them situated with this project. And again, send me any emails you have questions for, and I'd be happy to address those, okay? So I expect some good work from you guys when I come back on Monday. Use this time wisely, and have a good weekend, guys. Thanks for your help, and I will see you on Monday.